Hello, I'm really happy to meet you all in our recording. Welcome to Avartis Next to the Series Conversations with Resilient Leaders, where we invite leaders who can share their experiences of dealing with difficult situations in business, in personal life and professional life, and who in spite of all the difficulties manage to become successful and happy. Our guest today is Gulsun Zeytinoglu, an experienced trainer, leadership and relationship coach, and organizational consultant. Frankly, reading Gulsun's resume, I understood that it is next to impossible to introduce her in just a couple of minutes that I have. I've never seen a resume with so much diverse areas of interest. And it becomes absolutely clear that this person really values honoring similarities, respecting differences, and celebrating diversity. The host to our today's conversation is Aysun Barin, Avartis partner in Istanbul, Turkey. Aysun has a lot of experience in human capital areas with a wide range of companies and industries. And her mission is to help leaders and companies to reach sustainable success and create value for a better world. Aysun is also one of the leaders of our Avartis R4G Resilience for Growth program. So please meet Aysun and Gulsun.
So thank you, Elena, for this kind introduction. And thank you, Gülsün, for joining us today. Welcome.
Thank you, Aysun.
As Elena says, it's really very difficult to talk about you, but if you would allow me just a couple of words, Gülsün and we know each other for long, and Gülsün is a very dear colleague of mine. We worked in IBM during her 10 years of career. And then Gülsün established her own institute in Istanbul, where her passion is on helping leaders, individuals, organizations in the areas of awareness and inspiring them as they move through their journey. Gülsün's work is more around co-activity, NLP, modeling, systems thinking, expressive arts, therapy, embodiment practices. These are what I can remember, and related other fields. And she delivers her work not only in Turkey, but all around the world. Another important aspect about Gülsün is she is also the founding member of KAGİDER, which is the Women Entrepreneurs Association in Turkey. And also she was a former board member. So Gülsün, thanks for coming, and I want to start the conversation with the fact that you have been contributing regularly to the community and inspiring people around you. What these inspirations come from?
Thank you, Aysun. First of all, thank you for your words. It's an honor to be here. I'm very delighted to be here, and I really want to acknowledge the also work that you are doing with Avartis in supporting leaders and leadership development. It's lovely to hear that inspiration is a word that is very important for Avartis as well, because I believe that we as human tribe, we have amazing potential, amazing capacity to create many things on this planet. And it's very important that we are very conscious of what we are here for. So one of the things that many, many years ago, I had an opportunity to look into what really excites me. What is a dream? What is something that attracts me for a future, like a compelling future? What is it that I want to see in the world? What kind of a world do I want to belong to? And having gone through that reflective moments of my life, I really came with the purpose, my own purpose on this planet, as in two simple words, awakening and inspiration. So these two words have been the key in defining my daily actions, because I very strongly believe that once we are clear why we are here, which is a big question, you know, who am I? Why am I here? Which is a really very big question for our human tribe. Once we have a sense of it, then I believe it's easier to create alignment with our actions, with our daily practical consensus reality actions that really will serve to the larger system that we belong to. So my main inspiration comes from that vision, mission, which are also aligned around my values, which of course feeds me into doing what I love.
Thank you, thank you. So Gülsün, we are going through some very tough, difficult days.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that your purpose, the mission, your mission, the vision is helping you to move through this period in a more calm psychology. So how are you handling the current situation? What are you finding the hardest in those days?
Yeah. Well, you know, this moment that we are going through, of course it's difficult. Of course it's a difficult period because we were not expecting this to happen. I mean, we were all expecting financial crisis, you know, the climate change is really a big thing still in our agenda, I believe. But nobody was expecting, at least the general public was not expecting this. And at one level, of course it is difficult. Of course, initially my physiology, my neurology responded to it in that survival mode, like, oh, what are we gonna do now? So there were all these backup strategies that my neurology is naturally falling into the default of, do I have enough? You know, am I safe? Looking for the safety and security. And as I was doing that, I was also very much conscious what I was doing. So one of the things that I believe helped me is self-awareness. And in all these years, as I am working as a coach, as a facilitator, helping people to develop self-awareness, that is also something that I worked on in myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't really be congruent and wouldn't have integrity. Asking people to do self-awareness, stay awake, I also had to do that. So my self-awareness is pretty developed. So I'm very aware, like, oh, I'm scared now. I'm able to speak about my emotions. I'm able to notice those emotions of fear. You know, what is going to happen now? Where are we going to end up? Because we have lots of losses at this time. We're losing business, we're losing relationships, we're losing human beings, we're losing systems, we're losing, you know, just the ways that we used to do, we're losing them. So there's a lot of loss, and usually human physiology, psychology responds in a very strange way when losses are happening. So in my case, when I noticed all these losses, another thing that I worked on a lot is to come back to my body, come back to this moment, not going to the past or going to the future, but staying here and now. So what I focused on doing is to move as much as I can on a daily basis. And for me, it's dancing, it's doing my yoga practices, it's doing something qigong. So really coming back to this body, also remembering who I am and looking at the situation seeing it from a larger perspective, trying to notice what is this, what is the message in this? And I have seen very strong two forces operating on us. One of them was to say, pause, just slow down. Like we were all asked to stay home and go a little bit inwards to look into our own selves. What's here? What is it that I can let go of because it's over, it's past, I'm saying goodbye. Consciously, what is it in me that I need to let go of in terms of my habits, my business practices, my relationships, my books? What is it that I need to let go? And how can I create space so that I can start dreaming for what is wanting to happen? So my challenge was to stay present. And I believe when we stay connected to our body, to our truth, to create a good relationship with ourselves, then it is much easier to pace our own journey and move through these times by learning and by really creating a transformative process for ourselves.
Yeah, I'm full of mixed emotions as well, as you're saying. Mm-hmm. Losing business, losing friends, but at the same time, I also perceive this period as a great opportunity mm-hmm. to learn, grow, and develop ourselves. Mm. So, Gülsün, you're working with a lot of leaders as well.
Yeah.
What are you noticing in how they are handling the current situation? And
yeah, it's interesting. I just had a coaching session with one of my clients who I adore, really. And one of the things that successful leaders who are going through this time consciously are the ones who continue having very close relationship with their teams. One of the things that I notice is they are also slowing down, taking a moment, spending more time with their people, spending more time with their teams, sometimes as a team or sometimes one-on-one, but there is more conversations happening, simply asking, how are you? So that humanness, like we all have also in the society, we started to slow down and spend time at home with our families. We only used to see our families maybe in the morning and in the evening, but now we're spending 24 hours all together. So staying and creating more intimate relationships overall. That's one of the things that I see a lot of leaders doing, and they're really sharing information. This is not the time to say, hide this information, don't share, don't tell. This is just the opposite, creating openness, making everyone part of the journey, and also taking responsibility and giving the opportunity for others to take responsibility. So this is a very collective moment, not only collective in terms of we're all susceptible to the COVID-19, but at the same time, we are all open to create more intimate, more real connection with each other. So the successful leaders are creating very good human-to-human, one-on-one relationships. They are also taking the risk of being vulnerable, saying, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. This is the first time I'm going through something like this, and I really don't know. It never happened before to me. So let's get together. What are we going to do now? What is the next opportunity? And not giving up. This is not the last day, or this is not the last event. This is one of the conditions, one of the circumstances that actually human tribe has gone through. If you look at it, in our genes, we are carrying survival genes. We have, as the human tribe, have gone through so many things. This is, compared to them, probably collectively, is just another story. So I really trust that this is going to make us stronger if we choose to really transform, to create something new, rather than, oh, we missed it, we need to go back. Yes, we're going to miss many things. We're going to grieve about it. We're going to go through the grief process. And still, yay, there is this other possibility of creating something new and something different.
Thank you, Gülsün. This was so rich and deep in what you're sharing with us and your feelings along through this journey. We're all learning together. And
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing all your insights and very expansive thoughts that you're bringing forward. Thank you very much, Gülsün.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And I am now handing over to Elena. Thank you.
Oh, I also want to thank Gulsun for sharing this very positive, so optimistic view to the future. I know it's always fantastic to listen to people with such a positive attitude to life and to everything we are going through now. It was very interesting to listen to you, how it is important to have your mission and vision, especially in this not a very easy period of time. The importance of self-awareness and staying here and now, at the same time acknowledge what we are living through now and still looking into the future with open eyes. Thank you very much. That was inspiring. And thank you, Aysun, for hosting the conversation and for the interesting questions that helped us to understand Gulsun's point of view and insights into the life. And thank you for hosting this very important and interesting conversation. And we are planning to have more conversations with interesting and resilient leaders in future. Not to miss our future conversations, please subscribe to our channel. And do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of our next videos. We would be grateful if you share it, press like it, or write your feedback in the comment segment. And you may also send us your questions to the email address that you can see on your screens now. Thank you for listening to us and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you.